Welcome back to This Could Be a Podcast with Jen and Peter, and this week we have a guest, Fred.
Hi, thanks for having me.
A special guest all the way from Amsterdam. He traveled here exclusively for the podcast.
Yeah, kind of, right? you can say that.
Well, he's visiting. We all did media studies together, as some of you might know. Although, would they know that because that episode technically doesn't exist anymore?
I say every now and then.
so maybe they don't know.
We did media studies.
Yeah. So we all did a degree together, and Fred has gone off to Amsterdam now, where he is doing his tattoo apprenticeship, which we'll be talking about today. Because Hobson, what is our topic of the day? Let us know.
Tattoos and taboos.
Hey, there's a title already, dog.
I
Tattoos
know.
and taboos. It writes itself. Shit.
So we're just going to talk about tattoos, piercings, drinking.
Alternative lifestyle is what that's what I called it before we started.
Alternative lifestyles. Yeah.
So I guess the first question is for Fred, which is how did you get into tattoos and tattooing in the first place?
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly familiar with how many people know me from your audience, but you might know that I was painting during my days in Groningen, still in university, and it was pretty much a smooth transition and evolution to tattoos because at some point I figured out that art is something that I would like to do professionally. But there's much more, there's no promise that you'll earn a living from painting, and tattooing is much easier to actually organize a stable life around financially. So yeah, it was about during when Corona happened. So it was a lot of period for reflection without really going to uni and without having normal life routines. So that got me thinking, what can I do with art? Tattoos, sure. Came back to the Netherlands because I spent 4 months in Poland during that time and just came to Groningen to move to Amsterdam.
The other thing of tattoos, right, is that it's more stable than art because you can have, schedule appointments, right? Because with art, you can make a piece and you don't know necessarily whether or not it's going to sell or whatever. I guess you could do commissions.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you can do commissions. You can have a client hit you up before the work is even started, and you know that you will get paid for it. But
true, but still,
with tattoos, it's always commissions unless you have some designs available and someone looks in and they select it. But that's rare, I would say.
The first time I remember you mentioning to me anything about tattoos, it was right after I got my first tattoo. This was back in 2018.
I have to say that you're one of the couple people that really influenced me getting my first tattoo, because you got your first tattoo before me. And
I got it in
That's
2018. Yeah. When was it? I think
it was you and maybe 2 other people who were in my immediate social surrounding, and because I always wanted to have tattoos, but I didn't really have friends with tattoos. It was not really a part of my life, so I didn't even think about it actively of getting one until you. Some other people.
But I remember you telling me one time we were playing poker. Essentially, myself and Fred and somebody and some mutual friends, we get together for poker nights where we a bit of money and play a bit of poker for a couple of hours.
Highly illegal. No, I'm kidding.
It's real high baller shit. No, but I remember we did that, and one day you were looking at my tattoo and you were like, I bet I could do that. That was the first time when you showed any interest in actually making tattoos.
By the way, 2 years passed and I can do that still.
But to be fair, you only started working like actively practicing, you said.
Yeah, 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah. And he's already super, super good. I mean,
I wouldn't say good. So. Thanks for the compliment.
I mean, I disagree. I don't know if you've seen his work yet.
I've seen a few bits of work.
You should see it in person because he's got his synthetic meat that he tattoos on. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
it's
fake skin, synthetic meat.
Yeah.
It's basically a piece of rubber that you tattoo so that you don't have to practice on actual people if you make mistakes.
Do you have it with you?
Yeah.
Can I dry after?
Yes. I was actually tattooing half an hour before this.
Literally, just before you came,
really?
You were busy practicing.
Still have ink stains on me.
Hell yeah. How many tattoos do you have now?
7.
Oh. How many do you have? 2?
I've got 2, yeah.
I have 2.
My tattoos are a bit smaller than Peter's, but
yeah. I mean,
you have 8-hour sessions, both of them.
Yeah,
So you don't fuck around.
Overall, I would say overall, you've definitely got more ink flow than I do.
I spent more hours in the studio getting tattooed than you. That definitely works, yeah.
I mean, that makes sense because you have 7.
Yeah.
So.
But my biggest was 6 hour session. Your biggest was an
8 hours.
hour,
Yeah, dude. That was my first one. My second one I think was more like 6 hours. But my first tattoo is 8 hours, and that really revealed to me the experience. I guess it's like, I feel like it's on your first tattoo, like first couple tattoos that you get, where you decide whether tattooing is like for you or not.
Yeah.
Like you gotta come to that
it's
decision.
really
you know
risky
what I mean?
though. It's like, what if you get one and then you're like, oh, I actually don't want this anymore.
Well, that's where, oh, that was the camera. Well, that's where I guess pre-planning comes in, right? You gotta be sure.
Yeah. I mean, how long did you plan your tattoos before you got them?
Long time. This one, months. Like, and I had to go back and forth with the artist to have like small details changed that because it's like usually I wouldn't be that picky about it, but it's it's permanent.
It's kind of forever.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of something that you want to be.
Make it right.
Happy with, yeah. If you're gonna do it right.
Well, that's one approach. There's people who are really just living the moment. They get tattoos on parties. They're not perfect. They're not even supposed to be perfect. It's just
dude, that's kind
a little
of
souvenir.
My vibe.
Yeah.
I just want to like pick up shit on the way.
I mean, you mentioned you got your wave from. Okay, it wasn't maybe your friend, but a friend's
friend. It was
friend.
like a friend of a friend.
Yeah, but there's a bit of a story. It's not like a complete stranger in some studio that you're never gonna come back to tattoo you and doesn't have any.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. But the thing is, I just don't have as I've mentioned before, that I get an idea in my head and I have to do it. So like the blue hair was that thing. The nose piercing.
I love that period.
Thing. And then it was so bad. Honestly, everyone loves it except for me.
We still, dude, you gotta send me a picture of that. We gotta upload that.
I have a selfie with her.
Dude.
Shut
her
the
like
fuck
that.
up, you don't.
Oh my god,
I still have
episode. Let's upload it.
And I bet it's on
God.
Snapchat, so like I
Right,
clean my
send it
phone,
to
but
me,
it's not
dog.
going anywhere.
Oh my god, please. It's like actually I've burnt all record on my phone.
It's like it's been erased on in your brain. It's like a blank spot. Like while you're having.
Yeah. But then, so that's kind of why I got the tattoos, because I was like, why not?
Well,
it's a lot more permanent.
I think you know what it is also. It's also because we were looking into this. Well, you showed me this Brutal Black project, right? Because there's part of it that is tattooing. One, there's the aesthetic side of it, getting a tattoo because you like how it looks, etc. But there's also like, there's sort of the artistic experience, self-discovery, ritualistic side to it, sitting through like 6-7 hours of getting tattooed or whatever. That's a different part to it. People who will also just do it because for them the art is in randomly collecting the tattoos. Like it's it's very, because it is art, right? I mean, and it's in that way everyone interprets
my
art
stepmother wouldn't agree with that. Yeah, it's an ongoing debate.
Yeah,
whether
really?
tattooing is an art, like she doesn't recognize it as an art form. Yeah.
Were your parents upset when you got your first tattoo?
My mom is. My dad was more actually trying to understand the reasoning behind it. I remember like I showed him a photo, I sent him a photo, and he said that it's actually pretty neat. It's done and it's done with quality. So he could appreciate that. It's not his vibe. He doesn't have tattoos. He will never have tattoos.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm like a world-class artist one day, who knows? Maybe.
Just tattoo him in his sleeve. It'd be really funny.
I think he'll wake up.
Yeah, probably.
He might.
I see, like, just slip him a few drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that works, I guess.
Yeah, but
just slip them a couple of drugs. It's fine, totally legal.
I
Nothing
have
wrong
them on hand.
To get to the point, my mom straight up rejected the idea of me getting tattoos whenever I send her new stuff I'm getting. She's pretty upset that my dad is trying to understand what kind of life his son's living,
Interesting. Yeah. But I mean, at this point, though, it's like you've already got like 7. I mean, what's adding another 5?
Yeah, and 8th one is not gonna be a surprise anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, like you can't be triggered anymore about it. I mean, now it's too late, dog.
Like what you gonna do?
Getting all that laser removed? Nah, dog. That's fuck that.
Yeah.
No. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Actually, it's kind of off topic, but you mentioned like tattooing people in their sleep. We actually had a funny discussion just before you came about people tattooing their animals. Because even if
they're pets.
Yeah, they're pets. It's a super segue topic. It's just something that came to mind because we were talking about it, and it's like even if you as the owner give consent to it, like the animal, like it's not benefiting from it at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it'd be funny, those like hairless cats, and you just like tattoo cat or something on the side.
So,
Like my ideas are so crap. Like people, I'm always like I've said for like years, like I want a tattoo, and then I change my mind in like a week. So we'll see how long I like these tattoos. We'll find out.
But so like you mentioned that you got them just like, was it just like completely spur of the moment, like or was there something else to it?
So me and my friend, my roommate, my ex-roommate Donna, she moved out. It was very sad. We were sat on the couch drunk, and then we were like, we should get tattoos. Let's just fucking do it.
It's one of those nights.
I was on Instagram, and then I saw like my friend's friend was like, oh, I do tattoos now. If you want a tattoo, let me know. And then I was like, hell yeah. So I like messaged him, and then a few days later I got the tattoos. So it was very much like, oh, like I woke up the next morning and I forgot I texted him. And then I was like, oh, I guess I'm getting tattoos
I
now.
guess I'm doing this now.
It felt too embarrassing to back out, so I just got a tattoo, which is like insane.
I mean, they're pretty small ones though.
They're tiny, like...
They're not like, I mean...
Yeah, but like the first tattoo is an experience. Like even if it's small, it's going to overwhelm you that you have to... Like you will have it until the end of your life.
True.
It's pretty, it's pretty intense.
But the nice thing that they're small, so they could easily be incorporated if you ever want to add on.
You can
to
just
them or
laser it
change
out,
them.
like it's
for sure.
2021.
Or incorporate them
it's
into
not going
bigger
to
designs
trace.
potentially as well. You could do like a pat or like a
or cover.
What's that? Yeah, cover up.
And
then just like something like that, where you incorporate it into like a bigger design or something. It's possible.
Yeah.
But you could also just like it how it is now.
I'm not
It
even...
depends.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really bothered about them. Like, I'm not like... I know some people like are super into their tattoos. I'm like, yeah, this is something like I really love. It's like my art. And I'm like, it's kind of like doodling on myself. I'm not really that bothered about it. Kind of concerning. Sorry, Mum. Also, my mum's literally finding out I have tattoos as we speak.
Here you are, Diane.
Neither of my parents like tattoos though, and they don't have any tattoos. It's literally me and my siblings are the first people in the family to have tattoos.
But some of your siblings have gotten tattoos before you go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's already been broken open then.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can already be like, with Kim, right? I think you told me. Yeah, Kim got a tattoo. So you can just be like, well, Kim has a tattoo. I want one too.
Yeah, my sister's
like
got like this huge wolf on her calf, which looks really cool. But and like everyone else has like these big tattoos. I'm like, I just want to be small.
So when do you decide on a design for yourself to get a tattoo? Like how long does it take you to settle on an idea before you get it tatted?
Well, at this point, it's more like where on the body I'm gonna put it, because if you get one tattoo, that determines the space for future tattoos in that area. Like you get something on your forearm, then you have limited space, and maybe the space is affected by the previous tattoos that you have. Like you have like a nice line here that the other tattoo is ending with. You can continue from that line. So it really depends. Like I basically have ideas for the next 10 to 15 tattoos that I'm gonna get in the yeah.
You already have the ideas?
I have there's a few factors. I have a list of ideas that I definitely want to tattoo on myself, because every tattoo that I have has a meaning, you know, like personal. It's either something about me or some experiences, souvenir of a event or a period in my life, etc. And so yeah, I have a list of those. Then I have a list of artists that I want to get tattooed by, because people is also quite a significant factor to this, and the available space on my body. So there's no rule. Really, every tattoo is a product of a different reasoning.
Would you get a face tattoo?
It depends.
Like very Post Malone style.
No, you know, it's like if I'm gonna be like a tattoo artist for life, then I believe that I'm going to be in the group of people that are allowed to rock a face tattoo and not feeling embarrassed about that, because I'm a tattoo artist, I can. So I don't know, if I'm getting a face tattoo, I'm getting something which is not right in the front, so I still look more or less normal when people meet me. Maybe something on the side, something big and proper, not like scribble stuff. And that's gonna happen if it's gonna happen when I'm fully covered, so like hands, neck, on my butt. That's gonna be like
when
at
you
the
run
end.
out of other space.
Yeah, like I don't want to, you know, look like an idiot when I go to the beach. I take my shirt off. There's like my face is all done, neck, but I'm empty here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
I saw someone have a tattoo of like their intestines and organs where they would be on his stomach. I was like, that's,
really?
yeah, it's kind of sick though.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but like it was kind of funny.
I mean, yeah, it's a lifestyle. And it's, yeah. I mean,
Also,
if you get a really good artist to do that with all the shadows, all your guts are nice and shiny.
And someone who doesn't like fuck up where the organs are.
Yeah.
What if they add like an extra like row of like intestines or something, or like an extra kidney?
They forget the bladder.
Yeah, like or like something like that. And it's like, wait a minute, where's your heart, dude, or something like that? Like what?
Yeah, like stuff like that actually happens. Like spelling mistakes and all lettering tattoos.
That is my nightmare.
So common.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, like, that's your fault. You know, like, you agreed to have this tattoo done. You're like, you didn't check before the needle touched your skin. It's your fault, you know?
Because it's not like they don't, like, sketch it out and, like...
Of course.
Yeah, they show you design first.
So, like, I mean, unless you're drunk, and then you just, like, show it to a parlor, and then they're just, like, free, fun.
I mean, usually unless you're doing it fully freeform, you usually literally have up until the stencil's already on, and you can check it before it gets
but if
tattooed.
you do a freehand tattoo, it's basically the artist is drawing on your skin with a marker. So before they actually take the machine in their hand and start tattooing, you know what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, true. Even then, like it's very.
Either way, so you get to see the project
no
before
matter
it's
what,
done.
you get a chance to have a look and be like, hold up,
So,
you know, wait.
Wait a minute.
Hold up. Why is that person's face missing an eye or like the nose or something? You're like, oh shit, sorry, I forgot to, you know. So.
But mistakes like that happen not only with you know, facts or like stuff like spelling, or whether there's like how many ribs does a person who wants ribs tattooed on ribs have. Like, I have a problem with my Medusa tattoo because I have a face in a very moving spot on my body. When I bend my arm, the face changes shape.
Oh yeah.
If I had like
same with this circle.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Always a difference.
If I had a leaf tattooed in that spot, or plant, or lettering, something organic that does not look weird when it changes shape, then it's fine. But it's a face.
Moves,
it's supposed to look the same at all times.
I mean, I have that too.
I don't mind, by the way. It's
I have
cool.
mine too, because like when I like move my arm in a certain direction, or if I flex or whatever, then like the whole thing gets distorted. You can even see it there, like it already moved. So I mean, I think that's also a part of getting a tattoo on a place like your arm, for example, or like a leg or whatever. Also, changes in like weight and stuff. It would have to be quite a drastic change though in weight. To really see an impact on.
Well, it's like more than 10 kilos.
Yeah, for sure.
If you just eat a bit more 1 month, you should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I don't know. I mean, even then, beforehand, you know you're gonna put it there. You can figure out beforehand that if you like move in a certain way, that it's gonna, you know, react.
Yeah,
like it's an
move.
arm, dog.
It's skin.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, if you have a stomach tattoo, if you're a woman and you get
pregnant. Yeah.
We talked about the artist who did my recent piece, because she said she wants to have a child by 30. So, and she has massive tattoos all over her stomach. I told her, okay, so you get pregnant. What happens when the pregnancy is over? Your stomach goes back to normal. It basically expanded and contracted again. Isn't that going to mess up the entire thing? She said yes. It's probably gonna take like another 2 sessions to fix it later.
True.
Damn.
But I mean, you're not gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna wait till after I'm pregnant to get this tattoo, because like then you're gonna wait like so long. And if you really feel passionately about getting a tattoo now, you know.
Yeah. Like I don't know about you, but I will want to do all of my tattoos before my 30th year.
Really?
Yeah.
All of them?
My
nothing
30s
after?
is gonna be a period of maybe retouching and correcting some of the existing tattoos, but I'm not getting new stuff after 30. Because I also want them to age evenly for as long as much as it's possible. It's not that I have one tattoo which is like 20 years old next to a tattoo that is 1 year old. I want to avoid that.
Yeah. Well,
they fade and they age evenly.
True. Well, what I wanted to ask is how bothered you are by that, because that's the one thing that people ask me all the time.
By fading?
And it's like, oh, but are you worried that it's going to look fucked up when you're 80 or something like that? And like, my argument is that I'm going to look fucked up anyways when I'm 80, dude. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm going to look like a fucking loser anyway.
Your
At
skin...
least I can enjoy this for the next 60 years and it'll still look good for most of it, you know?
Your skin is going to be wrinkly, soggy, and just fucking
dude.
Terrible, regardless of whether it's gonna be tattooed or not.
Exactly. Like maybe I'll have some fucking like.
You might just grow a longer beard when you're old, have tattoos, look like a badass, and that's the life.
That's my plan. Just grow a beard.
Yeah.
we recommend that.
I am.
You always mention that, how you wish you could grow like a beard or
I
like
honestly
a mustache.
do. It would, like, genuinely, if I could, like, if
We
I...
live in the Netherlands. It's a very open country
Yeah.
towards all kinds of body
Like, if
modifications. Just go for it.
Get an implant, dog. like a fucking mustache implant. Not even like on your head, like Trump or something. Just on your fucking cheeks.
Like handlebars.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. No, but genuinely, I've said, like, if I met a genie
be
and they
sick,
were like
handlebar.
3, right? Who were like 3 wishes, I'd be like, get me a beard and a mustache right now. Like,
Are you
right
serious?
now. Yeah, for real. I
Then-
think it would be so sick.
But then what if you don't like it? What
Well,
if you
just
get
shave
it and
it.
you're like,
Shave it.
yeah,
What do you mean?
but then you'll have the stubble forever.
No, you can get
Yeah,
laser.
you're left with a burden that
Yeah, you can-
nice-looking guys have if they want to shave every day of their lives.
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah, you
like,
just get laser removal.
yes, that's true. Or, well, I mean, you're saying a genie. You could just get a mustache tattoo.
I mean, you
It's
won't
not the
get the
same.
same effect, would you?
It's flat,
I think
you
I
know?
want like the feeling of a beard.
Yeah.
I want to be able
Yeah.
to stroke
Oh
it.
yeah, dude. It's a good
Oh
feeling.
yes,
I'll
it's
tell
a
you
good
what.
feeling.
Yeah, dude.
100%.
It's really good when you're like stressing out and you're like, fuck. It is rather comforting indeed. But I was gonna say, oh yeah, this reminds me of those people who get like those like scalp tattoos. If they're losing hair and stuff like that, they get scalp tattoos.
Or
to
like
cover-
dots
Yeah,
to
yeah.
imitate her.
Well, dots. Some people just get like full blackout and then they grow hair above it. So when you look from a distance, it looks like it's.
Oh, it looks like
Yeah.
it has
full-
density.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
It
yeah.
adds like the illusion of density. But
Man,
but
getting your head blacked out, that's pain.
Oh yeah.
There's
that's
like no
crazy.
meat. There's just skin and skull. Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, like the needle will probably be bouncing off of your stuff, off of your like, skull.
No, man, on bones it just feels like hammer and nail. Really. Like
Oh,
bones are
That'd
not.
be crazy as fuck.
Bones
I've never
are not
gotten one
pleasant.
near a bone, actually. Now that I think
I
about it.
briefly got on my elbow, but it's
Oh,
nothing
yeah,
special.
that's
I don't
true.
have an extreme places like ribs done or not yet.
Was it
Oh,
But I
I'd be
will.
too scared.
was it bad on the elbow?
No.
Because the elbow is like a dead zone, right? Because
I
you can
could-
pinch the fuck.
Yeah,
the
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 thing is-
weenus.
I mean, yeah, the venus. Is that what it's called? Like you can pinch that, and it doesn't really.
It was
hurt,
actually
so-
hard to tattoo this part of the design, which is exactly on the elbow because the skin is very thick. It's like an elephant skin, so it's hard to get ink inside. The guy had to do lines and like 3
I just
passes
got
each
an
line.
incredible idea. A piercing here.
Dude, if you do
Rough.
that, we're not friends
Please.
anymore.
No,
I
I
don't
have
know
to.
you. I don't
I have
know you. That's so. Imagine like, do you do like my weenus piercing?
You get like a dangly earring.
It's like a gooch piercing, but on your elbow.
Gooch.
The gooch.
Yeah, I mean, would you really not be my friend anymore? Would you be my friend if I had elbow
You're
piercing?
gonna have to
have
find
to
a new
first
podcast
see,
host,
and then I
dog.
would consider it.
It's about managing my public image, all right? Like if I
Your
associate
public
with you.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
then I
get it
would
just to
kindly.
spite you.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
like when people get stretchers in their ears. I would never do that. That's terrifying to me.
I'd never get a piercing in general, but I don't know. Just for me, piercings. Dude, watch me get a fucking piercing 10 years from now, or like 5 years from now, and I'm like, I love my piercing, or something like that. But like, I don't know. For me personally, piercings have never really appealed. But you've got a ton of piercings.
I have a few. I mean, a few of them I've taken out over the years just because they annoy me, or I'm like, I don't want piercings anymore, and then I put them back in like 3 days later. Yeah, my parents hate my nose ring so much. I didn't tell them when I got it done. I think I was like 17 at the time.
And you've had it forever. You've had it as long as I've known you. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I was like 17, and I came home one day, and I was in the car with my dad, and he was like, by the way, I know you have a nose piercing, and I don't like it. I was like, okay. Yeah.
So if you remove the metal and you breathe, is there like an extra
No.
wall that, like,
I've already tried it, though. I already tried
Like-
it. I already tried it.
it's like if someone's trying to kill you and you're like, gotcha, bitch, I'm still breathing.
No,
got
I
like a-
genuinely
it's like a
already tried
snorkel.
it. It doesn't work. It's not big enough. But that would be sick.
I bet you could, though, if you just expanded it a little bit.
Stretching your nose.
Yeah, if you get like a nose tunnel.
I don't
You know
know if you
what?
can
You
do
know what's
that.
cool looking? I mean, I would never get it, but people who have it respect. They have like tunnels in the ears. They have it in the cheeks so that you can see their teeth.
No, fuck
And
off.
it's awesome as fuck.
It's like a fucking like
Yeah.
shark.
Kinda, yeah.
That's so weird. You could like eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
They can like literally probably brush their teeth, entering the toothbrush from the
Oh,
cheek
fuck
side.
off. That's
you know?
disgusting.
Wait, but if you eat, the food would just fall out, surely, unless they
Yeah.
have to put their hands on their cheeks to like
Yeah.
keep it in.
What if they have like little covers? I mean, they like strap it on or something, like a shield, like a fucking eating shield.
That'd be really oh my god, don't tempt me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's so fascinating though. It's like how extreme things can go, right? Like even like in something like tattooing, you can have something tiny like what you've got. Something kind of and then
if you look at something like Brutal Black Project, those people
like, that's crazy.
By the way, to the people who don't know, Brutal Black Project is a procedure. It's like two guys, one Scottish, one Italian. They're basically modifying a big amount of skin. They're blacking out an entire area of your body, and they just make you look like a savage. Because the idea is to give you a heavy, brutally looking tattoo, and it's a painful process. Some people do it just for the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the thing with it is that it's not like a gentle normal tattoo you would get. Like they go crazy with it. They like kind of rape.
It's based on pain. Like pain is the reason you want to do it.
Yeah, it's like basically
challenging yourself and meeting your fears.
Exactly. They also do it for free for anyone who's willing to do it. No, but you're saying that, but you got to watch it because it's brutal. It's like torture basically.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's really fucked up.
Yeah, the setting, the tattoo studio where they do it looks like a medieval dungeon. Like the windows are.
It feels
tainted.
like a kink thing.
That's what I said. Because we watched it.
Yeah.
And this guy was and the guy isn't chill about it. He's like fucking sit still, and he's like he's crazy about it. You know, it's like that. I said I think it's like a fetish thing. I don't know. It feels like it when I was watching because Fred showed it to me, and I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
Yeah, but to get to the point, people who participate in the project as clients, they probably had a bunch of small tattoos first, then they maybe had a bunch of middle-sized tattoos, and it escalated to the point that they're getting full marks of black patches on their faces.
Crazy. I mean, but like that goes back to what I mentioned earlier as well about the kind of experiential aspect to it as well, the ritual, right, of getting a tattoo, and especially that. Because that whole thing is honed in, like Fred said, on pushing yourself past what you thought you could do, like how much pain you can handle. It's an abstract thing for us to consider here as third parties, but looking at, like, if you try to look at it from their perspective, for them, I guess it's about challenging themselves.
But why can't they
but
do
honestly,
something?
I don't buy it.
No, I mean, me neither.
It's like, I like those tattoos for aesthetics. If this is how you want to look like, then go after it by all means. But if you do it to see how much pain you can take, then I suggest just get into a traffic accident and like have a surgery. This is gonna be more intense.
Like, just jump off a bridge or something. Yeah. Like... It's way less permanent.
It's like by the way, tattoos don't hurt as much as people without tattoos think they do.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be in like serious pain.
Yeah.
I mean, and mine are tiny anyway.
It's
but
absolutely anticlimactic.
I thought it would be like, oh my god, I'd have to hold back a scream right now.
Yeah,
and it was like, oh, it's kind of nice.
It's really not that bad. We talked about it the other day. It's really not that bad till you reach about the 4th hour of tattoo. Yeah. That's when it starts to be
when your
skin
is sore and tender, sensitive.
And then they have to go over again for shading. That's when shit gets fucked up. Or if it's like, it also obviously body location matters. I mean, that one shouldn't have been that painful, but I guess the one you got one on
this one, I didn't feel it.
You didn't?
No.
Yeah, I would think that would be.
Like,
maybe it was in the.
It's like a
dead
really
spot.
fatty area.
Yeah. So when I was getting my elbow done, elbow actually is missing some nerves in some spots. There were moments where I only felt the vibration of the needle in my skin, but I did not feel the pain of piercing through the skin.
Yeah, but I think it's because it's quite like a meaty area. But this one hurt a bit more because it was on the bone at times.
No, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bone there.
Yeah, of course, that's true. Yeah, I guess that's close to the. What's that? Okay.
Yeah, Peter, you don't really have painful tattoos. It's just all outer arms.
You got meaty areas.
Well,
this on his bicep.
This part on the bicep was rather painful because the skin here is quite thin and below it's just muscle, so that hurts. That one hurt and here hurt, but it's true. Like over here was pretty fine, honestly, and on the shoulder was also okay.
That's cute, man.
It was just more about the time, I guess, it took to actually make a tattoo. That was more painful about it for me than the actual location. Yeah, Fred's got some on his bicep, inner arm.
Inner arm. This is
dude, that would have been
really
fucked
but
up.
It's still not as bad. I don't think I have painful tattoos. Because I know people who have painful tattoos and...
Like on the ribs is supposed to be really painful.
Yeah, they say that's bad. Once you go for those neck tats you were talking about, that's going to be bad.
Yeah.
That I can imagine.
I'm going to unlock those spots at some point.
Unlock?
Yeah.
It's like an
achievement.
Yeah. But so Jen, now that you've gotten 2 tattoos, are you planning on getting more, is the question.
Not right now. I think I'm just like happy with these. I want to sit in them and enjoy them. And then like maybe I'll get more. Never say never. I probably, like, if I was drunk, I'd be like, let's get a tattoo.
It can be a very addicting process for sure. I don't know if you'd agree with me on that.
It is.
Because even now, I haven't gone, like, I got this tattoo about a year ago, but ever since then, I've already been thinking about my next one. Even when I was getting this tattoo, I was thinking about it. But the problem is that I go for big tattoos, and big tattoos are expensive. So it's like, it's fucking expensive.
If your personality is impulsive and you're not the type of person who to think of getting a tattoo before it gets done, then yeah.
That's me.
You'll find yourself getting a bunch more sooner than you know. That happened to me as well. Like, I don't think that long about tattoos. I'm just pretty confident in what I'm getting. So
I just think at the end of the day, it's just skin, isn't it? I don't care.
Like, yeah, it's not that impressive to just walk into a tattoo studio, waking up that day thinking, oh, I want to get tattooed.
Yeah.
And just getting it.
I like
doesn't require that much planning.
I mean, there is also though. I don't know. I think there is also the experience doing that though. I mean, it depends. I really think on who you are and like you said, what tattoos mean to you versus what they mean to other people. I mean, it varies greatly.
Do your current tattoos have meaning?
Yeah, I would say.
And describe them to the people.
What the tattoos?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
For those on audio.
So for those not watching, which you should be doing on YouTube, find us out. This could be a podcast on YouTube. Thank you very much. And you can see all of us here. You can see my tattoos. You can see Fred's tattoos. You can see Fred. You can see the Hobson if you haven't already. Check us out on YouTube. Okay, but as I was saying, so I was talking.
What did you do that?
What?
You like stared at the camera.
Because there was a kind of trying to make it natural. Okay, I guess that makes it more unnatural. But anyway, we're talking about the tattoos that we have before we had the cut. So I've got like a werewolf on top of like a rooftop sort of thing, and in the back there's castles, and the werewolf is injured with arrows and stuff, and like he just broke out of a prison or something like that. You can
Is that from a video game?
No, it's not.
It feels like a video game.
You can see that he has shackles on his hands, which he just broke out of.
Wild. That's sick.
And then on this one, it's a leopard with a skull, and it has some. What's it called again? What's the word for it again? It's called
whiskers.
It's not holy geometry. There's another word for it.
Oh, like a mandala type of thing.
No, but there's like a specific sacred geometry. That's the word for what it's called, which is these like triangles and stuff like that. It's a style, and it has like I'm pointing it there. You guys are over here.
I wanted to see it.
And the one on my right, the one with the leopard and the skull, I got first 2 years ago, and then this one I got about a year ago. So far I've been on track for getting a tattoo about every year. We'll see. I don't know. But like I said, my issue is that it's expensive because I always go for bigger ones.
But the price doesn't matter.
Well,
with something that's for life, and if you want
I mean
price and pain doesn't matter.
No, I agree with you completely. I'm just saying in terms of getting a new one.
Yeah.
In terms of spacing out, I agree with you completely. It's completely worth it for sure for something that lasts you for the rest of your life. I agree.
That's what are gonna spend that money on? Like getting drunk, going out.
I mean, there are very few.
Yes.
But like there are very few investments for like 600 or like. I mean, you can go low. I mean, it depends on how much you get for the tattoo. 300, whatever euro, but you spend on a tattoo that'll last you your whole life. How many things can you invest in for 300? That will actually last your entire life.
A watch.
A watch will not last you your whole life.
It will.
Oh fucking well! What kind of watches
what are you doing
buying?
with your watches?
I don't wear watches.
Me either. That's why they stay in good condition.
Because you don't have them.
I have one.
I mean, you get my point. My point is that there's very few things for that kind of price. It is really, honestly, a reasonable price for what essentially will last you your whole life. So I agree with Fred big time.
Give us a tattoo tour, Fred.
Tattoo tour. Oh my god. Alright, that was my first tattoo. It's a mosquito.
I remember you getting that one.
Yeah, I saw it the day after in like a pub or something here on Bismarck. So yeah, that was back when I had no understanding of style whatsoever. This is a Japanese traditional tattoo, but I wanted to get a mosquito done. The guys who did Japanese traditional, it's not really an animal that appears in the imagery, so it's quite random, but then makes it unique. I have a Grim Reaper here.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty big and sick. I got it this summer. This the first thing I did when I moved to Amsterdam. Is I got an appointment for this one. Yeah. Actually, the owner of the studio tattooed Cypress Hill.
I might edit in for
dope.
those watching on YouTube some closer shots of these because I think it's probably hard for them to see from here and for audio listeners.
Yeah, we could have actually made a cut and like do a tattoo tour later, but I can continue.
No, it's fine. I mean, I can
This
just
is
I can just take some pictures and overlay it on the video or something like that afterwards after we're done with the tour.
Yeah, true. So what else? I have a mood tattoo. It's a lettering. It says mood. It's actually
like
good
that.
quality one, but some of it may fall off because it's on the elbow. It's a spot with a lot of friction, but I guess it's a continuation of the Grim Reaper because that's my mood.
Because the Grim Reaper is a mood.
Yeah. I have half finished Medusa on my arm. It's half finished because we need to put shading into the snakes. Did it here in Groningen and I'm finishing it in 2 months because the recent lockdown really fucked up scheduling for artists. Yeah, I like this piece. I have a small lettering here. It's like an inside joke I got when I was hangover, and I regret that tattoo actually. So
There you go.
tattoo regret is a real thing, but I don't mind because I don't have any other tattoos on my right arm at all, and I'm not getting any because one day when I'm gonna be maybe a bit more mature and have better tattoo ideas, I'm gonna get a proper sleeve and cover it up. And I have a boat on my leg. I'm not gonna show it now.
And Jen, tattoo tour?
It's crazy, guys. Like, they're really big. And I just have a wave and then a circle. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, because mostly I got the circle to match with my friend who got an X. And this wave is to match with my other friend, Hannah, who I've spoken about before. And just because.
Because XOXO gossip early on.
Because, you know.
So wait, they're matching tattoos,
Yeah.
right? But did you get them at the same time with the
Yeah.
other
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's like my friend in Canada has like the same tattoo and she got it like I think the day after me or something.
Right, so but she got it in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't get it in the same spot, but that's I guess because Corona and all that.
Also
Yeah.
like across the world.
Also, like, you know, totally different countries.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough.
And then the circle I got with my friend and she was there as well. So that's nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think my vibe for tattoos in the future is just to have it matching with people that I know.
Okay, but that's a dangerous game.
It's
Why?
I mean it's fine if
Because
I
what
don't
if you
get
come
like
to
their
hate that
name.
person for some
Okay.
reason?
What
Well,
if
I
you come
don't
to hate the
hate
tattoo
anyone.
artist who made it?
Well, I mean, I guess that's also possible.
Yeah,
Well, that's a whole nother thing.
I know a person who hooked up with a tattoo artist that tattooed them, and then they had like a massive argument going on, and now she wants to cover the tattoo like a year after.
Wow.
So
Oh.
stuff happens.
I mean, I guess that's why I didn't get something that's like their name or something that it like can't stand alone anyway.
No.
And you also got it with a friend,
Yeah.
not like a partner.
I would
because, like,
never get it with like someone I'm in a relationship with.
That's a dangerous move. Even if you're married or something, I think that's a risky move because that kind of shit falls apart. I feel a lot easier than like a friendship would.
What I did though, with a guy that I was dating a couple of years ago, we we were both drunk and we were like, we don't want to get tattoos. That's too permanent. So we burnt each other with a cigarette.
What?
Now we both have matching like scars.
What the fuck?
We actually burned designs.
No, we
wait.
just put the
Okay.
cigarette on our skin.
Ew, dude. Crazy.
Yeah, I was drunk.
Alright. Yeah, it sounds like I'm getting a common theme here with the Hobson body modification.
I just decide to do something, then I have to do it. And usually, like when I'm sober, I have restraint. But when
But
I'm
it
drunk, I'm
actually-
like, I'll just do it.
It actually hurts too. Like I
Oh,
got
it
burned
does
with a
fucking
cigarette
hurt.
once only. Like it was only like one small circle, right? Like one touch, but it hurts.
Yeah, it's
I've never-
fucking painful. But I was
And
also
you have like a
drunk, so I didn't
blister
get
on
anything.
your skin after
Yeah.
that if you
Ew,
burn
no,
properly.
I've never had that done. I also
No.
don't smoke cigarettes, so I guess that's probably why.
It was back in the day. I don't anymore.
But speaking of cigarettes, I guess we should also touch on some other taboo topics. How about le weed?
Le
weed.
Le weed? Le weed?
Le
You know,
marijuana?
there's something really interesting about weed. Is that this country completely changed my perspective on it when I moved here. So for context, I used to live in Malaysia, where generally you would get death sentence. Well, back in the day, I don't know if it's still that way. You would get a death sentence for having a certain amount of weed on you. No joke, for real. Which is crazy. It's kind of insane, actually. You think about it. And also, like in South Africa, it's not, you know, really like as acceptable as it is here. I mean, like here, smoking weed is equivalent to smoking cigarettes, even like more chill than smoking cigarettes, I would say, depending where you are.
Yeah, for sure. Some
Like-
people are like, "Oh my god, you smoke cigarettes?"
Yeah,
Why?
it's like it's so weird, but also like you know, it's I don't know, it's I find it fascinating that there are so many countries where alcohol is legal, but weed is not. And not just illegal, but you can get, like I said, you can get in big trouble in some countries for even having a bit of weed. Like I went to the UK, for example, and people were smoking weed there. I was like, okay, cool. But then I realized, like, wait a minute, this is technically illegal here. It's so fucking weird. I don't get it. And like, it's so weird having lived in like a place where weed is such like a normal, common thing. Like everybody smokes weed here. Yeah. Right. Versus before, where it's like this. Oh, it's weed. Ooh, it's a drug. But it's fascinating to me. I don't know.
I used to hate weed when I was like 15. I was like, anyone who smokes weed is an asshole. Like they're so stupid.
Me too.
And they're gross. And now I'm like, what day is it? It's smoke time.
For a joint.
It's 420. Yeah,
I just think it's such interesting. I don't know. What do you think, Fred? How is weed in like Poland versus here and stuff?
Oh, I mean, in Poland it's basically illegal to own, to distribute.
Legal or illegal?
Illegal, yeah. But you don't really get a proper, like you don't have death sentence, of course, and you don't get a really serious sentence either. I think you get up to 3 years if you only possess like
That's still fucking crazy.
a reasonable amount, which does not suggest that you might be a drug dealer. I mean, if you have a kilogram of bud in the trunk of your car, then of course it's a different conversation.
Versus having like a gram or something.
But
right?
I mean, the law of weed in Poland is the same as everywhere else in Europe.
Interesting. Even more
in the place where it's not. Yeah, sorry.
Like, how does it compare to here?
I mean, to here, like. It's basically apples and oranges, It's it doesn't compare. We don't have sativa and indica. We don't know strains in Poland. If you're lucky enough to have a contact, then it's just weed that you're having. But we're smoking weed. That's it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you don't ask further questions. You're happy that you can smoke weed. It's a terrible quality weed as well.
To be fair,
it's like panic attacks guaranteed, and so like
I hate those people that are like, oh, what weed are you smoking? Oh my god, what strain? I'm like, I don't fucking know. It's weed. Like weed.
To be fair,
I'm interested in those, but I'm not a snob.
Even though, like,
I don't want to go
because it does make a difference, and you can like tell the difference in like the different highs that you get. But I mean, I don't know.
I agree with Fred. Like, it definitely makes a difference, but like, you don't want to be a snob about it and be like, oh, you're smoking insert random weed strain, like how dare you?
And if you're a connoisseur and if you have an infinite knowledge of all the particulars and what fucking temperature weed seeds were exposed to when growing up and stuff, that's fine, but like don't
I don't want to hear about it.
Don't be a dick about it.
Yeah,
indeed. I don't know, it's just I find the whole thing so interesting, and like it's
very interesting that there's like a shop that you can just go to and just buy weed.
And you can just casually rock up here and just buy a shop and then go to a shop here, and it's pretty affordable as well.
It would be better if you could just go to Albert Heijn, which is the main supermarket here in the Netherlands, and just pick weed off the shelf between the buns and the cake shop and the pasta,
It should be in like the dessert aisle.
I mean, honestly,
there shouldn't be specific weed shops for that,
Yeah, I agree. But really, I mean, like, you could also have that maybe for like more connoisseur kind of weeds, like Cali weed or something like that. But
like you have shops with craft beer.
Exactly. But like, I do agree that it should absolutely be. And like, it's a normal thing here, but I think it should be even more normalized. I mean, like, maybe you have to, like, because there's already a system in place in supermarkets, show ID if you want to buy, like, alcohol or whatever. You could apply that exact same system.
And where you sell alcohol, you could be selling weed.
Yeah, exactly, precisely.
Yeah. Logistically, it's not a problem.
Yeah, and alcohol is probably more harmful than weed anyway.
Well, it's almost certainly more harmful.
Yeah.
If alcohol was invented in the 21st century, it would be put in the same category as heroin or meth.
I agree.
Drug-wise, legal
probably,
wise.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're watching, have a beer with us.
Anyway, this is our drinking podcast.
Shorten your life with us.
No, but no, I mean, Fred's absolutely correct. It's just, alcohol doesn't only affect like one part of your body. Like it's gonna fuck your liver up. It's gonna fuck up your heart in the long term, technically as well.
It's more destructive to the organism than smoking joints.
Like it's not supposed to be in your body.
It's like, how do you
feel?
You
get so fucked up.
Like, look, yesterday we smoked like a shit ton of grass. How did you feel when you woke up today? Like a young god. If we drank uncontrollable amount of alcohol, we would not wake up today.
It's true. It's like, even just in the short-term effects, absolutely. Like, the worst I've ever gotten after smoking weed is like a bit of a headache. That's
Yeah.
it. Like
and even then, like
and
within
that's after
a few
smoking
hours, it's
and
fine.
that's after smoking like a decent amount.
Yeah.
And what I can also say is that weed doesn't affect my ability to really like work on things. Like okay, maybe in like 10 minutes after you gotta take a bit to chill out, but like an hour or so after smoking a joint, you could easily like work on a project or something.
For sure.
You know, like versus if you've been drinking for an hour and you've been drinking hard, like you're not going to be doing anything.
I remember
you're done. That's it.
I remember when we were in university still, because we're all graduating. And there's
I
like
got a degree.
there's a restaurant / bar by our uni called what is it called again?
The Dog's Bollocks, that one, or
No, the one that's like
the
literally
Urverker.
in the
Urverker,
Urverker.
yeah.
And like if we'd have an hour between classes, we'd all go
We'd
and like
always
get
go drink
drunk,
there,
and
dog.
then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
come back to class and be like, oh my god.
I mean, hey, they put it there, dog. Listen, all right. But
Why would you put a restaurant there?
that is like a very Dutch thing. I don't know. I think that's the thing about the Dutch, that they really don't give a fuck like about that kind of stuff. I feel like, you know, drinking and weed is it does work. I mean, people still went to class. People still pass pretty good in the Netherlands, and the Netherlands still has really high-ranking universities.
Yeah.
And I mean, so clearly it still works. It's not like everyone's fucked up and not, you know, doing what they're supposed to. Or if they are, at least they're compensating for it in some way and still passing their degrees.
And the country as a whole in general is like a super productive country and like low crime rate. So
for most part, yeah.
but I
Yeah,
mean,
fair
in
enough.
comparison to like
Of
America.
course. Or even the UK.
Or even the UK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
You know, to someone who came from Eastern Europe and just went to live in a different country, this is a country of freedom. Like, you get to do whatever you want.
Sure.
If you're not like harming others or just being a nuisance or whatever, just do your thing, smoke your joint, drink your beer between classes, don't come drunk to class, but
Not too fucked up.
yeah,
Like
no one's
okay,
gonna judge you if you have a beer or two, but like, be able to do what you came there for. If you go to work, you can have a joint, but like, do what you came here for.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
If you have performance going on, that's fine.
How you get the job done doesn't matter as long as it gets done.
Well, that's what I talked to you about Fred, I think, yesterday or something like that, was that, like, for me, my rule with, like, all of this stuff is, one, to, like, not go too crazy if I have something going on, but more importantly is that, like, so long as my, like, you know, professional, like, school life or whatever, and, like, my day-to-day life is not negatively affected and I'm still functioning and doing good, then I mean, fuck it, dude. Why not? Do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
dog.
exactly.
You know, like for me, like, for example, if I were to like fail an exam really badly, then I'd be like, okay, time to cut back, focus way more on, like, focus less on having fun with friends and focus more on studying.
Yeah.
But, like, but for now, I think I've got a really good balance, honestly, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I don't know.
Do you know what really sucks about the law? Is the fact that it has to affect everyone equally. So you basically cannot allow weed in a workspace because worker A is gonna get high and is gonna do the job. Worker B is gonna get high and will be lazy until the end of the day.
True.
So you need to prohibit weed in the workspace for both those workers.
Sure.
Just like on a road, you have a speed limit of 50. There are people who can drive 120 through that road. They're never gonna cause an accident because they exactly know what they're doing. They know how to drive. But the law and rules have to consider everyone equally, which is annoying.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I don't like that.
I know what you mean.
I mean,
that
I
makes
think
sense though.
I think as like a general rule that works in most cases, but there are like things like that, for example, where it does indeed have like a negative side effect. But yeah. Well, we've been going for about 50 plus minutes, and the cat is demanding to get inside.
It's crying.
So I think that'll be a great place to wrap up. A lot of thanks to Fred for traveling here
Likewise, it was a
exclusively
pleasure.
for a podcast.
Exclusively.
Exclusively.
Yeah.
He like we're not friends with him or anything.
All work, no
No.
play.
No.
It's just clout.
Do you have any social media you want to plug?
Yeah. Do I say my username?
Yeah,
or-
just go for it.
decayofmyart. That's where I post tattoo designs and paintings and sketches
On
and stupid
Instagram.
Insta stories.
Yeah, cool.
His stuff will be in the bio, of course, as per usual. You can go check Fred out. And we hope that you do, because he really is very talented and he's doing really good.
Well,
And we're very proud of Fred.
I'm proud of you, Frederick.
We're proud of you, Frederick. Thanks for joining us on This Could Be a Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at This Could Be a Podcast and on YouTube with This Could Be a Podcast. Although I don't think it's / This Could Be a Podcast, but whatever. And
Just search us. You'll find us
You'll
somewhere.
find us, dog. We're pretty big, actually, you know?
Yeah, we're huge. All
Okay.
right. Thank